different accolades. I'm a maestro. I'm a wizard. I'm polo to polo. I'm wonder boy. I'm player extraordinaire. I'm scientist footballer. Different accolades. And you are in the country. I became a coach from showing to the whole Ghana public that this man, after football, he will become a coach because I became a coach player.
I mean, Sunday, my fair clock. Where Danike? My fair clock a galley, Nipaposto, when you have to take a bowali, you have to look of you, Bobon was it.
Chicago, no Nuaka, didn't agree some of you by Miniba.
Oh, Messi, I can hear your yake into machine bam, or local fee. Oh, local back, my name into machine. My often a bow and tower lager or you.
Oh, fine. And I was on a shift of Lengelengeko. A year won't know me, will expect you fine. Into 7 years. No go buy here fine. She may go make a poison. Only tree but for few. She know me. Coaching
is putting your thinking into action. That is what coaching is about. Now, I studied them, I showed them, I revisited the match they played against us. Then I saw that we gave them enough space to operate because they are full of techniques. The boys, the 14, 20, 10, 8, 12. Very with the ball when you give them space. So we try something called tracking and getting free. Track them, get free and play. So we deny them the space for them to maneuver.
In terms of power play, it's zilch. If you watch our game against Mali, the young man was running away from taking the ball. He didn't want it. Give me away. He was practically running away. He was running away when we were being marooned and we were under attack from the Malians, and he had the opportunity of staking a claim in the team. Anytime an attempt was made to him with the ball, with the pass,
he's running away.
He's running away, leaving the ball, hiding behind the opponent. This whole Telemundo, it's something that sometimes
for the uninitiated, Telemundo is a channel that shows telenovelas.
Yes.
So this is like a soap opera.
It's like a soap opera. This clearly is a soap opera. It's winding down. So let's call Extramadura man from Extramadura man. Mora, when the boy is coming to the player, he's running away. You know what's the game? And shockingly, there's a certain miraculous acrobatism.
No, Mrs. said, Master son players are cooked up mamma to Massa. Players a better Master son. Tim and I shit. Tip would have been players the mammy. Sakim Siege. Where? Sakim Siege. Aha. Timo Verna. What's it I? Timo Verna. Aha. Cavers. Why? Cavers. Cavers in your eye. Is a sister circulator, woman of more. Sister circulator only more. A year, almost a Brazil anyway. Ya sign on. That's anybody. Said Silver, so I Silver. Aha, Tiago Silver. You say,
me, the fellas in your against stand. My son be say, me Adamu. I'm not going to need my job. Go marry. No, you see, I don't need my job. Go marry.
So you refuse to the punish them.
They're not the punishment. It serves you right. No, not the punishment. See. You choose love over job. That's what you do. Because Chirata go do. No day. Chirata go marry. Yeah. So if you be footballer, see back 29, we don't play football. No marry. We start late after we fall. You say they go marry.
That be the time where money catch.
No. So you choose love over career. And so if today you get your lover, the coach say they give you more time to go chop love. So it's not a big deal. Me, I guess that I thought that this matter they are getting.
Does Don Bote still want to play football? You are 36 years old.
Forget about the age.
We cannot forget about the age, Don. You are 36.
Yeah, 36. You doubt 36. Me, forget about the age. What you want me to come and do for you?
You still think you can perform at the highest level?
Why?
In Ghana?
Yeah. Not in Ghana, sir.
Anywhere?
Yeah.
You train?
Serious.
By yourself?
Always.
Why don't you want to join a club and train?
You see, that's what I'm saying. Them themselves, they don't believe themselves. The coaches don't believe themselves. They are not real coaches. They don't. You have to believe yourself that no, this guy can do it for me. If you believe me, I can do it. But so far as you just relax yourself, no. If I come safe, I won't get that spirit because you don't believe me.
So you think that if a Premier League team were to give you an opportunity to play, you would make an impact?
Ghana, yeah.
Yes.
I can play past all the current players. The current players in Ghana Premier League.
That's a serious statement coming from somebody who hasn't played in almost a year.
You know something? I know myself. That's why I said, if you don't know me, you don't know me.
You see, as for a game, like when you get a chance, you play, every blessed player will decide to score, and then you decide to. So when you both decide together, then you miss the chance. I decide differently, and he also decide differently, and our decision was together. That's why I raised my head and let the goal post and put the ball.
You have 3 or 4 phones. What messages have you been receiving?
I haven't even read them because they keep on coming. They keep on coming. I think that I have to turn one of the phone off.
You haven't read any of them? Messages?
No, not at all. Look, they still calling. They still calling. Phones are calling.
Oh man, Friday night can only mean one thing on City 97.3 FM. Sports Panorama live on City. My name is Nathan Carr, sitting in for your regular host Benjamin Nketia. Today I've been doing a lot of sitting in power. So that's how it is. When you've got a great team, you can always have people, plugging the holes for you. The best 90 minutes of your life. Join us on the number 0549-986-996. Show proudly brought to us by Game Park Games and Bell Puka. If you want to live like a tycoon, then be ready to play or take part in Ghana's newest lottery game that draws live on Adum TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. every day. Visit GameParkGames.com or dial *946# on all networks. Pick numbers, 4 numbers between 0 and 9. Easy to play, easy to win, and win some cash. Charlie, if you try poker before, I beg, right now, go any provision shop for your area, then go buy some. If they go on rough, especially if you chill out. Gosh, I know some people who are now believers. So that when the poker is chilled, great mix of the herbs and ginseng. That's what you need for a proper African recharge. Get in touch with Bell Aqua and Bell Beverages, producers of Puka at Bell Beverages on Facebook for more info. Bell Puka, recharge the herbal way. Hey, Black Stars. Drama and cutting. Drama song. Black Stars, if you follow Black Stars, be ready for the ride of your life. Because they'll take you up, down, left, right. They'll take you all over the place. Chris Hilton, he can breathe easy until Tuesday when he takes on Comoros. He has saved his job probably by another 48 hours. Iñaki Williams, after 8 games, after 7, after 11 games, I'm told, he has now scored his first goal. What a moment. What a day, what a time. I'm sure he would have loved to probably score this in an AFCON final. And then that goal wins the AFCON. And Ghana is all great and happy. And we'll celebrate for 6 months. By Iñaki Williams getting that goal. The Black Stars starting their World Cup qualifiers on a winning note. On Tuesday, they play Comoros. Accra, Suffolk. Hey, baby. Yo, am I surprised? No. Somehow you knew that this would happen. Martinos Koopman fired after what? How many? Oh Lord, the drama in Ghana football. All of that and more. Plus, Everton Football Club have been docked 10 points for breaching what was formerly called financial fair play rules. But now they call it sustainability, all of that. Does it mean Chelsea and Man City are next? Anyway, your messages are welcome on 0549 986 996. Today we have a new panel. The regulars are all over the place. Benjamin Nketiah is not around. Coach Christopher Nim is in Kumasi. And so I have a few new faces here. And then we'll just, chit-chat, talk some sports, and then go home to sleep. All right, Gabby Offense here. He was my wingman during the live commentary. Edmond Sedinam is here. He's making his Panorama debut. Edwin Kwakofi will be joining us soon. He's handing out the chilled puka. That's how we do on a Friday night. We'll see if we can work the lines and speak to Coach Christopher Nimley. He's in Kumasi. He saw the game up close and personal. But guys, good evening. How are we doing? Gabby, Edmond.
Yeah.
We're good.
We're good. Yeah. We are back.
We're back. We're live. We're live.
Black Stars are back.
But Puka is holding us down.
Thank you.
The Black Stars are back.
Where are they back from?
Back from
Where did they go?
The 6-0 they took at the hands of Mexico and USA. So
there's Comoros.
Oh yeah, there's Comoros. We'll think about that later. We've got 4 days. Now it's the fufu that matters. Mr. Kwao, you get it. You should see Kumasi now. Yeah.
But the fufu joints
closed
in Kumasi. Now
let me tell you, Mr. Kwao, let me tell you something. So when we qualified, when we beat Car, as at 8 p.m., people were still around their tables eating fufu. You say
when was this?
When we beat Car and qualified
for the AFCON.
Yeah. The football wasn't looking good. That's what people were saying. The general sentiment was that the football wasn't good. But we've qualified. So they were excited. And they were celebrating. It's the same thing that is happening now.
So people will still be eating fufu at 7 p.m.
Today is what? Friday.
Yeah.
We've got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Then we are back to work. But the Comoros, we'll talk about that later.
I see.
Monday be holiday or something.
No, I don't know what he's saying.
Why are you adding Monday?
You understand.
The Black Stars, they beat Madagascar by 1-0.
Yep.
It was the opening round of Group I qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup. Now, that World Cup will be played in the US, Canada, and Mexico. And for a lot of people, there's a very important World Cup. Yeah. So the Black Stars better make it there because boys won't go some. Oh, man. Anyway,
a must.
It's a must. They have to go. So, Gabby, let me take your thoughts. I was with you.
Yeah.
Edmund, I'll come to you in a bit. I was with you on commentary duty. We were watching the game. What did you make of the Black Stars? It was the drama of the last minute goal is still on. People are excited. But what did you make of the entire 95 minutes we watched today?
So this is 3 things I'd want to touch on from what we just watched. I'll start with Chris Hughton's lineup, okay? And what we played in the first half. So Hughton had 2 DMs in the team. That's Baba Idrisu and Salih Samed. And Mohamed Kudus. So it meant that Kudus was just the number 10, you want to put it. The outlet for creativity, looking to supply the balls to Jordan Ayew, Inaki Williams, and Antoine Semenyo. It means that Hughton started on a defensive note. You get it? Because look, the first half, it was from minute 1 to minute, let me say 15. It was just the Malagasy team looking very lively, looking very connected, looking very purposeful, especially in the final third. And when they threatened us on several occasions. And I was telling you that if we were facing a side that were very clinical or had good attackers, they would have split us open in the first half. Because in the first half, we were not settled. And I don't know what was wrong at that moment. We were not settled. And it kept on happening.
Won't you
exploiting?
Won't you point a finger to the occasion as probably being a factor?
The occasion gets into them? No, Mr. Nah, I disagree.
just saying, I mean,
because look, it's not the first time you're playing at the Baraya Sports Stadium. We've played there several times.
But it's their first game back from the US.
It doesn't
show.
matter. These are professional players. And these players have been through tough times at wherever they play their club football. You are coming to play the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Yes, we know that you got battered. You were all over the place in 2 games against the USA and the Mexico. And I told somebody that it was arguably the biggest test for Hughton.
Yes.
Especially if you want to look at the teams, the latest FIFA rankings of these teams. USA are top side, Mexico are top side. But if you want to say the occasion got to them at the Baraya Sports Stadium, nah. I'm not taking that. I think at home, the players should have rather felt confident in whatever they want to do. Yes, I understand the last few weeks hasn't been good for Chris Hughton. He's been in the news for the wrong reasons. There was an ESCO meeting that they say it wasn't an ESCO meeting about Chris Hughton, but it was there. We kept an eye on that. The decision was that the reports were that Hughton was going to be shown the exit, but that didn't happen. He stayed on. Today we saw him on the touchline. And the starting 11 again, I'm going there, it wasn't good. You see, the way we played in the second half, I was telling them this, like, the way we played in the second half, the way the Black Stars came out and they were very purposeful, they were very lively. They began to take up some responsibilities. Why don't we start that way in games? Because look, we are playing against a side, no disrespect to Madagascar. Madagascar is what? Ranked 108th in the FIFA rankings. Madagascar having won in their last 5 games or so. And if you want to compare player to player, I mean, come on. On paper, we are huge favorites. So why didn't we start the game the way we played in the second half? When we beat them, so maybe it's a 2-0 scoreline, or yes, and then we switch back to the way we played in the first half.
So you wanted a team to go at Madagascar?
Exactly. We know Hughton for what? A certain kind of play.
Yes.
Which is what? Sitting very deep, very defensive.
Defense
compact,
first. So that's what he wanted
hit
to
teams
do.
on the counter.
Defense first.
But
Mr.
Wow,
assess the opponent.
8 games. Today was his 8th game.
Yeah. 8th competitive game.
Have you seen Hughton splitting any team apart on a counter attack? No. I've not seen it.
It won't happen.
There were moments in game where they were trying to hit the ball long. And you could see the idea. So you have the Madagascar committing lots of bodies. So you are trying to hit the ball long and hit them on the break. It's not working.
But typically when you hit teams on the break, it's when the play breaks down. You take the ball off them and then you run into.
Exactly.
The second half, I can say
that
both teams were counter-attacking each other.
So I'm saying that I think Hilton needs to revisit or revise his note in terms of what he wants to play or what kind of football he wants to give us. You get the point I'm making. Look, you look at the substitutions he did. Who did he bring on? He brought on Osman Bukari.
Yeah.
He brought on Majid Ashimeru. He brought on Kasim New Adams. He brought on Enes Nyama. He brought on Dennis Odoi. Now, if I take out Kasim New Adams, who came in to replace Daniel Amate because he was injured, the rest of the attacking or the rest of the substitutions he did were attacking players he brought on. And so clearly, he could see or spot the danger that, look, we cannot end this game with a goalless draw and get a point. Have you seen what Comoros have done to Chad? If you are going to play like this...
the Central African Republic. Because it's Mali who play Chad.
Comoros have done to Central African Republic. If you are going to play like this against them, I think Comoros is going to really drill us. And Comoros are looking like a very good team under the guidance of a former Italy player, Italian coach. You get it? And they are looking very good. I caught excerpts of what they did today against Chad. And it was really good. They were very confident, very purposeful at the start of Moroni. And on Tuesday, if this is how we are going to play against Central Republic, look, I don't think things will be good for us. And the question is, how long are we going to rely on 97th, 95th, 94th, 96th, 93rd, 92nd, 90? It has to change. Because this is not the kind of football we want to go and play at the AFCON. You're not going to meet the likes of Egypt and play this kind of football and expect to survive. You're not going to meet the likes of Senegal, play this kind of football and expect to survive. Now, the qualifying campaign has become very difficult. 2026, 9 teams from Africa going to represent the continent. If you want to finish second and you're going to take that path of the intercontinental playoffs, it is really difficult. You get it? And like we said in a commentary session earlier on, you look at the teams that we are playing, we have great history against them. We cannot let certain mistakes repeat. It's become so repetitive. And finally, what I want to touch on, we beg them. The pitch.
You beg who?
The National Sports Authority.
Hey.
The NSA. They are the handlers of the pitch, Mr. Kwao.
Ah, okay.
And the Ghana Football Association, somewhere, they have a part to play. Because these are professional footballers who are playing on good pitches. Look at the starting 11 we put out today. Lawrence Atizige is where? St. Gallen.
But the starting 11 had Richard
Ofori.
Okay,
so I even want to look at the team in a whole. I'm talking about the fact that the players are playing on proper pitches. When they come here, look at the sequence of play that led to the goal. When the ball was given to Gideon Mensah, you saw the bounce he took. It went from earth to heaven. Oh, yeah. Go and look at it again. Mensah was so professional that he had to trap the ball back and get a good pass to Ashimeru, take the pass again, and then lays in a cross. It's not supposed to happen. If he had a player closer to him to close him down, I don't think that goal would have happened. So the pitch plays a vital, and not just that. There were moments when the players were slipping, even Madagascar themselves, they were struggling.
Yeah.
You get it? So, look, now what? Baba Yara Sports Stadium is the only stadium you have that's fit for purpose to host CAF sanctioned matches. That's really bad.
Sad.
Can we sit here and look at the Black Stars or look at Ghana go play its home games in Benin, in Morocco, in where? It's not good. You get it? So going forward, these are the things they have to look forward to. They have to correct. Because we've got some more home games to play.
I saw a picture of a roller. You know them rolling things, machine, whatever. I saw a picture of it on the Babaya tape. Only our reporter Ebo can confirm
what is it doing
whether
there?
or not that thing was on the ground today or was on the pitch today. I mean, it's only Ebo who can confirm. I think Christopher Nim is on the line. Let's speak to him. Numo, coach, good evening. How are you doing?
Numo, in Dubai. I just came from the stadium and I've just entered.
My hotel.
I
It was
see.
a very, very difficult game, Charlie.
I see.
Very, very difficult. In fact, look, it took every water in all of us, including the playing body, technical team, and the supporters. We all got drained at the end of the day, but it was worth the drain.
I see. Your thoughts. We saw two different halves. One half where the Black Stars looked labored and leggy and we didn't know what they were doing. Then we saw a second half where they were purposeful. Of course, it was a bit of a risky move because the Malagasy played us on the counter. They almost scored and then, we got our goal. Just take us through, at least from your perspective as a coach, what was happening to the team in the first half? Why is it that they struggled to get things right, but in the second half, they seem to have a more positive attacking air about them in that game?
Nathan, my greetings to all my Sports Panorama fans. Nathan, you and myself, we meet and we talk about football a lot. And you know properly that one thing that I don't compromise on is the warm-up leading to a game.
Yes,
look,
you often talk about that.
I was so shocked when I saw the warm-up of the Black Star.
Okay. Oh, you witnessed it. You saw the warm-up.
Yes, I was there. I saw the warm-up. You know, these are things I take very important.
Yes.
This was what happened. When the cones were being arranged, believe you me, we had only 5 cones. For the warm-up of the Black Stars,
only 5.
We had only 5. 5 cones. I counted.
5.
I'm telling you before Gordon, I was there. I saw it. And I complained to all those in and around me, and I told them that because of the nature of our warm-up, we will struggle in the first 20 to 30 minutes of the. It will take the boys up to 30 minutes, and we should be very lucky if these guys doesn't come for it and dominate us from the very start.
Okay.
And you could clearly see during the warm-up, they were doing their warm-up and they were watching our team. So I'm very certain that it was the coach's instruction. Look, that warm-up is questionable. That warm-up cannot be the sort of warm-up of the Black Stars in modern era. I challenge anybody. I challenge the technical team. My only reservation is it because of the sun? But when you look at the Madagascar team, they were doing a warm-up. Look, I counted not less than 5 different drills of cones for them. In addition to the 5 different drills, they went into the more or less 5v5 or 4v4 with some 2 flankmen to warm up the pass and the off-the-ball movement of the team. The Black Stars had only 5 cones. After that 5 cones, in fact, they just came, stretch, went back, came forward, and then they went into the code. The code even didn't last for even 5 minutes, and then they stopped it. I couldn't believe it. I complained about it. So for me, who saw everything with my eyes, I believe that lackluster start to the first half was as a result of that warm-up. And I'm going to question that. And I'm saying that I saw it. I put my pedigree on the line. That was a bad warm-up. You cannot walk like that and expect to hit the ground running at the blast of the referee's whistle. You cannot. So I wasn't surprised. And all those around me admitted to what I was saying. I said, you watch. When they look, in the space of 3 minutes, we've considered 3 corner kicks already. And I told them, you see what I told you? You see what I told you? Watch the first half go. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25. It took us close to 10 minutes before we started playing. As a result, our midfielders were giving the ball away. Our players were not mobile. And then you have our 2 centre-backs, very sluggish in possession. They couldn't kick the ball. Look, if you are centre-back and you cannot do kicking, we watch the EPL. We watch the Spanish La Liga. This is one quality of Virgil van Dijk that makes him so exceptional. The likes of John Terry, the likes of Ricardo Carvalho, who switch the tide of a football game within a split second. Our centre-backs can't do that. Look, I state emphatically, the Amate I saw today, the Nicolas Opoku I saw today, cannot be our centre-back pair going to the AFCON. Look, there are injuries on these guys. They are hiding injuries.
That Amate injury is not a new injury. It's an old injury. Because nobody tackles him. And we had the situation under control. Richard Foley came up and went control the situation. So that first half was the deserving of the first half that we had because of the bad warm-up we went. So going into the second half, it was clear that changes needed to be made. But before I do that, let me address this point. Look, in the modern game, Nathan, when you go on the attack, you attack, and you're able to progress the ball into the 18-yard box of the opponent. When you lose the ball there, do you back off them?
No, you are supposed to press high.
You are supposed to press.
Yeah.
Because there and then, it is their danger zone. You put press on them, they either commit errors or they kick the ball out and then you recycle your move. This was the first time I saw the Black Stars in that first half go forward, get into the 18-yard box. The moment we lose the ball there, then you see all our attackers backing off, and the opponent just picks up the ball and started playing the ball. I couldn't believe it. We started complaining. You could see anxiety among the supporters. Why would you back off? Go for them. Because look, truth be told, Madagascar, they are a proper footballing team. They've got lots of ball jugglers in their team. All their players are virtually on the ball. All of them.
It was quite interesting watching some of the sequences because whenever they got the ball, especially when they were countering us, they seemed to know what they were doing. The passing was
exactly.
They had an idea of what they were doing.
Exactly. Look, you should have been there to see for yourself. Now, in that second half, things needed to be changed. On these changes, I credit the technical team. Listen, you know me. When they do the right thing, I will say.
Yes.
The Sedu Alidu change was spot on.
Why did you think that was a good change?
Yeah, that was a good change because Inaki Williams was playing on the right today. He started his movement from the right, which meant that when we got the ball, the moment the ball was in the middle or when his opposite flank, he needed to give us a diagonal run into the box because the diagonal shift, Semenyon, Kudus, they will all be shifting. So he needed now to come on the blind side of the opponent into the box. So that meant that whoever was playing at right back needed to give the team weight. And Alidu was very, very poor on that. His distribution into the box, his long balls, he gave all away. There were moments in this game where we were so impatient and we needed somebody who would bring some nerve and some composure from that flank, especially as a fullback, now playing as a wingback. And that was what I think Odo did. Odo was very, very super in that first half, in that second half. It allowed Inaki Williams to get closer to go, and eventually paid off. Now, in that second half, it was clear that changes needed to be made. And look, Ashimero's change, absolutely brilliant. Goodness me. This guy is a proper ball progressor. Some of us have been saying this for months, for years. Now, when he's fit, he brings something very different. He doesn't only pass the ball well, but he drives the team forward. He allows the ball to do this. Is a typical academy ball. He was drilled in one of the best academy in this country. He completely changed the tide of the game. And then we started pushing. Kudus came into it. Inaki Williams, in my view, was the best player on the pitch today. Absolutely brilliant. Diagonally, 1v1 situation. He never gave the ball away. He kept going and kept going. Wow, this is the Atletico Bilbao Inaki Williams that the people of Ghana have been yearning to see. Then we started stretching the game. But look, I must say, I have praised the technical change of Achimero. Against a quality opposition, you cannot do only one DM. Okay. You cannot. Because today, one of the reasons why Madagascar was able to run through us through the middle and create the sort of chances they created was the fact that we were also taking risk. By introducing Ashimero and Kudus, Kudus started the game. Once you took off Baba Idrisu, who I must admit had a very awful day. He couldn't pass the ball. Under no pressure, he would give the ball away. He was shying from from receiving the ball. You don't play like that if you're a midfielder. You need to have belief. You need to have confidence in playing the ball forward, in passing the ball forward to your attackers. I didn't see that of Baba Idrissa today. So again, against a quality opposition, like the Egypt, like the Senegal, like the Cameroonians, like the Moroccans, he's not playing with only Salih. Because what Kudus will not do is to fight for the ball when he loses it. Ashinaro will do a little bit of that, but he's not accustomed to doing that. So he's always suspect on whenever he's to fight for the ball. He's not the big lad. He's not strong. So he got bullied when he needed to win the ball back for the Black Stars. So that is something we should look at. Going forward, at what point do we introduce him? When we bring him on, do we keep him and Kudus in the same midfield or keep them ask Kudus to play like he plays at West Ham at times? Just come for the way they get him to fall back and help the fullback. He will do that. So again, the timing of the Myanmar change, Nathan, I hope the technical team are listening. I think one thing that we need to really look at is the timing of our changes. I think if Ernest Myanmar had been given 30 minutes, we wouldn't have struggled to win the game in the last minute of injury time. Okay. Again, Osman Bukari, the first time in a long while, I saw the Black Stars players forcing their way through to goal in a proper orchestrated manner. That goal was a team goal. I must credit your answer because in the last 5 minutes of that game, he was used so many times. And if you look at the timing, any other player would have been gassed out. But he kept going, he kept running, he kept tackling, he kept giving the team options, he kept moving forward. And that was a sumptuous delivery. If there was any player today on the pitch who needed to put the ball in the back of the net, it was Inaki Williams. So we look, come and see the euphoria. Come and see the way the young man felt Ghanaian today. He's always been Ghanaian, but today his Ghanaianness was felt to the maximum. I'm telling you, my brother, the whole stadium, Inaki. We enjoy him today. We can only hope that once he's put the ball in the back of the net going forward, that will spark him on to score more goals for the Black Stars. My last one before I go, I've already said, I don't think Nicolas Opoku and Daniel Amate are the centre back for the future. Look, on several occasions, Nicolas Opoku was being directed by the midfielders, Salih, the Baba Idrissa, Ashinero, to come forward and receive the ball. He built up this terribly slow 1v1 situation. Look at the header that hits the bar.
Yeah, the cross took him out.
When the ball went that wide, he should have looked back. And everyone go watch the way he was jumping. He jumped, raising his hand. So if the headed ball had touched his hand, the referee was absolutely super today. He would have given us a look at this. What's wrong with this defender? We should talk to Abdul Mumin. I hear the young man feels that he has not been treated fairly.
Okay.
Which I agree with. Because this is like the same reason why the likes of Alfred Duncan, Jeffrey Schlupp, and Bernard Mensah and co are saying they won't play for Ghana again. These boys are playing top football in Europe. Abdul Mumin plays in the Spanish La Liga week in, week out. He's not been given a look in. Whilst we've called Nicolas Opoku, we've called Daniel Amate, we've called Jiku, we've called... how can you see Joseph Edu in the La Liga and you don't see Abdul Mumin in the La Liga? It's very, very unfair. So when I got closer, the information I got why the ball didn't come was that he felt when he was to be given a look in, they didn't give him a look in. Now he's decided to focus on the sport football. When he's ready to inform the authorities, and it will be up to the authorities to give him a call up or not. That cannot be happening. That we should not encourage that. Because we need all our best players. And he's one of our best players. I say, look, he's young, he's good, he's excellent, he's a good passer of the ball, he diagonally distributes the ball 60, 70 yards. We need players like that in our team. Nathan, that second half was the best I have seen. under Christopher.
you
Come Tuesday, if they can replicate, if they will need to play like that. If they don't, Comoros will beat us again. They will need to replicate that second half performance. But again, it's an away game and you need to be very, very tactical.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, because if you're saying that if they play, they'll have to repeat that. That second half was a very attacking second half, and it came with its own risk. So on Tuesday, yes. So on Tuesday, what should be the game plan? Because I'm sure.
Look, I think Comoros has won. They defeated the Central African Republic by 4 goals to 2 today. I think whether today or yesterday, I don't know, but I think earlier on Tuesday, we'll be going there on Tuesday. Look, that team is made up of Portuguese, some Brazilians in their team. They are a proper footballing team. I will not go with Ashimero and Satis in midfield. If permitted, if I'm the one in charge, it's a back four with a shaky centre back. So you cannot go without 2 DM. Let's hope. Look, it's what we've got. I will still maintain Baba Idrisu alongside Salih. Let's hope Idrisu plays better this time around, because he's very good at winning the ball. It is his distribution of the ball that is so suspect. Okay. Today we needed players who could distribute the ball. But maybe on Tuesday, we need players who will keep our team very solid and compact. And we wait for our moment. Look, if we can play to the strength of Inaki Williams and Enes Niama, Mohamed Kudus, Osman Bukhari, I think we've got a fantastic giant. Semenyo didn't have a wonderful game, but look, his desire to fight for balls makes him one of the number 1 name on the team sheet. I am not happy with the recovery of players like Jordan Ayew. Look, we watch Jordan play in the Premier League. When he loses the ball or when his team is on the defensive, he runs throughout. And we are told he covered this amount of this distance, that. When he plays for the Black Stars, when he loses the ball, he walks. He virtually walks. It's not only him, he and Mohamed Kudus. We need to talk to them. It's an away game. You cannot expose your teammate. Well, if you expose your teammate, you lose as a team. Your one undo is your one error will destroy everything. You know, when America is, when Canada, come on, we will not allow them. And that fighting spirit they showed in that last 10 minutes. I repeat, if only they will continue in that vein, they will continue in that manner. I have no doubt whatsoever that we'll get a result on Tuesday. So we need to bring some consistency to whatever we do. It was a very, very difficult game. Like I said, we are all very, very drained.
I see. All right, Chris, thank you so much. Let me leave you to get some rest and have a safe trip back. So that was Coach Christopher Nim. He's in Kumasi sharing, and he just shared his thoughts with us. Very interesting thoughts. Edmond said is here. Edmond, you are also following the game. Your thoughts. Gabi seems to have issues with the pitch. You talk about the fact that, so for you that's the biggest, the pitch, right?
Yeah.
Chris Nim has highlighted the technical team and player attitude, player performance. For you, what's the takeaway? What's the biggest takeaway?
Well, the biggest takeaway is if only this Black Star team will learn to play games, 90 minutes of games, like they did in that latter stage of the second half, we would be, quote and unquote, one of Africa's finest. But if they continue the lackadaisical attitude in the first half, in any game ever again, we are losing. We cannot contend this kind of, why do you put people through emotional stress? People are emotionally drained. That is why people did not turn up to their pitch. Let us forget Friday. We are in this country. Mm-hmm. When the football is good, it's appetizing, it's enticing. Mm-hmm. You will be forced to go and watch. Mm-hmm. But with this kind of shambolic performance, right now, coach has reviewed the warm-up 5 cones. How much are they paid as winning bonus? 5 cones. Was that what they were doing behind closed doors?
5 cones for warm-up. 5 cones. That's why it took us so long to even warm up into the game. But in the last 10 minutes, everybody was pressing. I like what coach said concerning Kudus. He was not pressing in most parts of the second half till that bite came in from the other guys, especially Ashimero, that, hey, let's drive this team. Let's try and get this win. For Ashimero, it was a personal agenda he was on. He was trying to prove his stake in the team. A lot of people have called for him to be in the team.
Yeah.
And today he has showed everybody that, yeah, those calling know what's good. That's why I must be in the team. But now it brings about a question. Are you going to play Ashimero, Kudus, and Jordan Ayew in the same team? If so, then no. If so, then no. We will be run over by every team that we meet. Every team we meet will run us by. Because Kudus will not track back. Jordan will not track back. Then you have exposed your laterals. And the laterals we have in this team, if we are going to play Ali Duseidu, the ball would be taller than him. That is unfair for like a player of such magnitude. He was doing it in the first half. That's why I think he was taken off in the second half because of that. Because literally the technical guys had to stand up and tell him right in his face that, dude, when you get the ball, look at Inaki, release the ball. Stop going back to Nicholas. Nicholas himself is struggling. We called for Nicholas in the team, but it looks like...
I have my own reservations on Nicholas Opoku. Every time he plays for the Black Stars, I'm never convinced.
Yeah.
I'm never,
He's always
ever
looking
convinced.
He was working at certain points of the game, like with one shot pulled up as if to say his thigh has a problem. He will not tackle for balls. Why? What is this? They need to understand that we are all stakeholders, and this time we are bigger stakeholders, because we too, we want to experience a very beautiful World Cup. They should play the games in such a way that we would feel their commitment to the team.
Okay.
In the first half, they were not committed to the cause. In the latter stages of the second half, whatever it is that came over them, it should be over them in the second game, or else what will happen to us in Comoros will be here on Tuesday, and a lot of people's foods might get wasted because people will be surprised at the walloping that will happen to the Black Stars in Comoros. If they go to play anything close to the first half,
I see.
We will cry. We will cry. Anything close to the first half, because I feel Chris Hughton did us a big disservice by putting out this team.
Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong with the team he put out?
But you are playing Madagascar, and you claim to be the bosses. You are ranked way higher than them, more than 40 places above them. You are at home. Why on earth do you go and play 2-6?
Well, it's maybe just to ensure that the team has some protection.
No problem. Before this game, your previous game, one of the worst defenders gets the opportunity to start this game. On what grounds? After you told us in a presser that this is the lowest that we are going to see this team, and we've gotten to the rock bottom, what we saw in the first half is worse. If they had played this way in the States, I am sure we would have been still counting the goals by now. If they had played anything, it was worse in the States. But this particular showing here, at least they should tell us that because of what they did in the first half, they are forfeiting their winning bonus, which I know won't happen. Obviously, it won't happen. No, because you can't put us through such, what is this drama, soap opera, or which one? As for the 666, what were they doing in the first half? Because you see one person, you have height amongst the two, between Salis and yourself. You have got the height. You are hopping everywhere for the ball and missing it in the air, as if you're a grasshopper. Missing everything in the air. Why? control the ball to you can't control. You the turf will come to NSA and GFA. Their matter is really different because nobody is able to control a pass on this turf. And we are complaining that the GPL is horrible. We should embrace it. Because as for now, I think the GPL there, Sakura Park Nebeko. Because you can't control ball, a simple pass. That is the most basic thing in football. Controlling a simple pass. You can't do that on this pitch. Are you now going to try and place the ball or run with the ball where the ball will be bubbling over as if it's seeing potholes? We can't continue to do this. And then the authorities are also playing musical chairs with each other. What is all this? This is not fair to us. And we are investing our money into the players' pockets, or which one? Are we investing our money into the players' pockets as winning bonuses, or
we are investing it
into the infrastructure? Because the same players, if the infrastructure is not there, the same players would get injured. We were here. Well, KP told us that our pitches are bogus. We got pissed at him, but today it has come back to bite us. It has come back to bite us. Now we are here trying to find a place where we would even get a CAF to say, okay, this is a good pitch, you guys can use it. We are passing back, lobbying. We make we use this one. Make we use this one. Very soon, when we start playing our games in Burkina Faso, they will take it seriously. But as for the team, anything lower, 1% lower than what they played in the latter stages of this match would mean disaster in Comoros.
I see. Well, talking about that, Mali are 1 goal up. They are beating Chad by a goal
Ajita
in that game. So Mali also want to record 3 points in the World Cup qualifier Group I. Let me go through some of your messages. We said today we'll let listeners also.
I want to hear from them.
Yeah, okay. So this is what we'll do. I'll read some messages and then I think we'll take a break. We'll read some messages. Okay, I think we should take the break first. Read some messages and then we'll open the phone lines.
Yeah.
So today we'll hear from listeners. They should talk about the Black Stars. Still listening to Sports Panorama live on Citi 97.3 FM. My name is Nathan Carr, sitting in for Benjamin Nketiah. Gabi Milito and Edmond Sedina, my guest. Edwin Karkofi is hovering around. Show proudly brought to us by Bell Puka and Game Park Games. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Ghana, are you ready? Game Park Limited, the newest lottery company in Ghana, introduces another exciting game called Pick 1 from Friday 15th of September 2023. Choose your favorite number from 1 to 36. Stake and get ready for the excitement as we unveil the lucky number. Prepare yourself to unleash even more moolah by staking from 1 Ghana cedi to 350 Ghana cedis and win 26 times your stake on the amazing Pick 1 game. Play by dialing *946# on all networks via our website or download the Game Park app on www.gameparkgames.com. Watch our live draws on Adom TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. daily. Game Park, more moolah, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority, not for persons under 18 years. Play responsibly.
The city is alive on 97.3.
Welcome back. So listening to Sports Panorama brought to us by Game Park Games and Bell Puka. Let's go to some of the comments that have come in. On the text and WhatsApp number 0549 986 996. All right, this one says, this one is from Teria from Adenta. It says, Charlie, let's be more optimistic for our Black Stars. Today we saw a much better team. We only hope things can improve. That second half performance should be talked about. It was very good. There's hope for the Black Stars. All right, Richmond from East Legon says today's game was far better and good work done, but Jordan should be more purposeful up front. We hope for the best on Tuesday. And Iñaki, since the spell is broken, the goals should flow. Emmanuel Doona Okla says it's a hard-fought win for us today. The Black Stars wasted a lot of chances, but I think Iñaki's goal is well-deserved. The floodgates of goals has been open for him, but the team needs cohesion. I didn't see it at all, okay? Big Show, who's listening to us in Amasaman, says, I am just happy for the fact that Iñaki Williams has finally scored a goal for the Black Stars. And I'm also happy for him. I love it when strikers get their goals. I love it when strikers get their goals, you know. Yeah, I love strikers. I love it when strikers score.
Strikers did, yeah, Charlie. If you strike the ball better.
I like Strikers Alliance.
No, but some strikers then just they score one goal a game.
But if it's got one goal over a 38 game season, that's 38 goals. That's fine. All right, this one says today Chris Hughton put his thinking into action and revisited the last game we played against the Malagasy and got the win for us. Zalix Dwayne London says Majida Shimeru, what a player, no long talk, midfield general. Lipo Mama, hi. She says Black Stars must up their game. I want to be in Canada. We'll talk after Chris Hughton. We'll talk proper. Okay, we'll talk about Chris Hughton after the Comoros game. That game is on Tuesday, November 21. Seto, who's in Teshi Anoman 2, says, Kudus is one of the reasons the team is struggling to score goals. He's too selfish. He's the reason why Williams is finding it difficult to score. Well, this one says, the more I listen, someone from OEB, he says, the more I listen to Coach Chris analyzing football, the more my admiration for him keeps growing. The man clearly understands football. I specifically remember that he was on this Majid Ashmel issue for a long time and that the player needed to start more. And today it was evident. It's unfortunate that the football handlers just see him as a controversial person instead of making a good use of his football brain. I see. Ni Tojo from Tamanu Town says, the Black Stars technical team are very stubborn with player call-ups and player selection. Why are they doing this to Mother Ghana? Do they want to kill us? And Farouk headliner, says, even though we won today, I wasn't too impressed with our play. This is Madagascar, for God's sake. And to think they had 2 clear chances against us is what upsets me. Shout outs to the Messiah. It says Cold Palmer. I think he was trying to say Cole Palmer. C-O-L-E, not C-O-L-D.
But he's saying now that's his nickname. Yeah.
Cold. Palmer. I see. I didn't know that. There's ice in his veins. So he's the Cold Palmer. I like that. Kelwini Kingsley from Boku says the coach made elementary errors by playing Baba Idrisu and Samed together, or his aim was to defend in the first half and attack in the second. Okay. This one says, what a Kojo Zenon from LA or from La, I don't know, says, what a way to begin my Thanksgiving week. Chelsea did good last week. Ghana did good today. Can't wait to hear what Coach Chris has to say. I want to hear your thoughts on the NBA season so far in the in-season tournament. Well, Benjamin Nketiah is not here. My basketball knowledge is not up to his level, so I cannot say anything on the NBA. The only thing I can say is that it seems the Golden State Warriors this season, they're also going on a very funny tangent. So they are losing games at home and winning games on the road. Last season, they were winning games at home and not winning on the road. So,
and now they've lost 5 in a row. They seem to be in a bit of...
Yeah, they are going through a hell of a time.
And the players can't maintain their discipline. Always getting ejected.
Clay.
Yeah.
Draymond Green.
Yeah. For the Clippers too, they put together a team that...
No, they don't even know what to do. The team can't defend. The team cannot defend. Hey. All right. Anyway, I'm sure Ben will be around next week. He'll give us more thoughts. Emmanuel Zeva from Hohoi says, Abonkele Black Stars, led by Iñaki Williams, saves Chris Hughton's job in the 96th for a little while. Okay, he says, shambolic Black Stars. You are not too happy with the Black Stars. Solomon from Koforedia says, because of the poor state of our football pitch, the players can sometimes control passes. I see. Jude from Kakasu Nanka #1 says, can somebody just tell me what church Chris Hughton attends, because I need this last minute God in my life.
Pentecost.
Says I need that last minute visa, last minute job opportunity, and last minute cash. After watching Angola, Sierra, and Madagascar games, no one can convince me that Hughton is not serving a living God. May the God of Houghton and the prayer of Shetel Zacharias. How many people remember Shetel Zacharias? Those are the shout out to my first ever boss, Moses Ahiekpo of Bolori Shipping. He's always logged on Panorama. I see Shetel Zacharias. You remember him?
Expatriate coaches who have been to this country.
The stories of expat coaches. But I think the most legendary ones, Tom Strand. Tom Strand, look, the day we tell Tom Strand stories on this show, it will be bloody, And then there's another one. He used to coach in the Bono region. He used to coach in
Diana.
Bogdanovic. But
see, their stories are always unique. Like,
and then
the way they exit the country.
Charlie. Tom Strand, the hard guy. Tom Strand. Wherever Tom Strand, shout outs to Tom Strand. The Diama people will tell you their own story with Tom Strand. All right, Edwin Kakofis joined us. Edwin, how are you doing?
I'm good,
Nathan. You were running things in the back.
Yeah, trying to sort a few things out in the background. But I had to come in and have my say, my little say. Mm-hmm. So give me 2 minutes on the Black Stars. Yes. Nathan, I can take it if the Black Stars are dominated in a game by Egypt. Mm-hmm. Or in a half by Egypt. Mm-hmm. I can take it if they are dominated in a half by Senegal. Mm-hmm. Can take it if they are dominated in a half by Nigeria, even Zambia. What I can't take is if we are dominated in a half by Madagascar at the Babayara Sports Stadium. A team that's 108th in the world, 23rd in Africa. A team that had not won any of their last 6 competitive games. Mm-hmm. A team that we were in the same group with for the AFCON qualifiers, who didn't win a single game in those AFCON qualifiers. Mm-hmm. That I cannot accept from the Black Stars. I sat here last week saying, yes, let's give Chris Houghton until his contract runs out. Let's let him keep the job, because how worse could it get? Mm-hmm. It got really bad in that first half. They were horrendous in that first half. And of course, the second half performance, the revival, the late winner, the joy, the ecstasy over Iñaki getting his first goal for the Black Stars will take the headlines. But we mustn't forget how that game started. And Coach Nimni explained it, said it was because of the warm. I mean, yeah, I'm inclined to agree with him. But tactically wise, there was nothing in that first half that showed that the team had trained for 2 days consecutively.
And they're doing even behind closed doors training. Makes you wonder what it is they were doing.
Yeah. Well, if it was behind closed doors, that's why we didn't see anything. Well, I don't agree that the 2 defensive midfielder thing was a problem.
Okay.
I get where Chris Houghton was coming from. In recent games, we had been outplayed in our midfield. We had been outrun, outfought. Teams had comfortably got through our midfield and got to our defense. That made us even more vulnerable. Mm-hmm. So you can get what he was doing, trying to do, make the midfield as solid as possible. Yeah. Even the small teams that we were claiming, we could beat them, we could overpower them, they were cutting through our midfield like butter. Mm-hmm. So there was something that needed to be done. And he overcompensated by putting in 2 defensive midfielders, hoping that Baba Idrisu would be able to maintain some control and drive forward as he's known to do. However, he couldn't legislate for that performance from either Salis or Baba Idrisu in the first half.
The first half was really
There's no way he could have predicted that they couldn't give 5-yard, 10-yard passes. There's no way he could have predicted that they couldn't control the ball. That is not up to him. So he realized his mistake, and that's the good thing. He realized his mistake. I wouldn't even call it a mistake. He realized the issues that had come out of it, and he dealt with that in the second half, making an immediate change. And I'd like to give him credit for the changes he made in the second half. Obviously, they made a huge impact to the way we played. Whether those players should have started or not is another way. Those players have been given starts before, and we were not impressed with their performances. So there's no guarantee that if they had started this game, they would have performed any better. So I'd like to credit the team for the changes they made. However, if we play anything close to what we did in our first half, we are in trouble against Comoros. We are certainly in trouble against Mali anyway, given how we've been playing. We will not go into either game against Mali as favourites. I believe that they will start as favourites in those games. And it's those games that are the most important. They are the ones who look like finishing top of the group. And it's only the team that finishes top that goes to the World Cup, guaranteed. Then you have to focus on whether you are the best runners-up. That is going to be a whole hassle.
Charlie, long process.
And we don't want any of that.
You don't really have control over those variables.
No, we don't.
It was 4 best second round teams.
Yes.
Charlie, long process.
And for that one,
going
you
to face teams from Asia and South America. And
forget that. You play in the AFCON playoffs first.
Before you
qualify to the intercontinental playoffs. We don't want any of that hassle. So we need to win every single game, at least the ones that look winnable. We went into this game thinking that 3 points penned. There was no way we should go out of this game against Madagascar at home without 3 points. And we got it, luckily, in the end. Against Comoros, that is another 3 points game for us. We should be looking to win it. Right now, with the way we are playing, it's worrying because we look like scoring. Against a better side tonight, we conceded 2 or 3 goals in our first half. We didn't. We were lucky. We got a goal in that second half. Against Comoros, who have found their scoring boots and who know how to score against us, we need to be more careful. That means we put our best foot forward in that game and in further games. One thing that Chris Hughton needs to learn is how important it is to have your best players available. Majid Ashimero has been one of the Ghana's best players in club football, yet he doesn't get his chance. But once you have so many quality players in your squad, it's not just about the starting lineup. You can make changes and bring in quality when you need it, and that's what we saw. Enes Nyama, Majid Ashimero, even Dennis Zodoy, Osman Bukari. That's quality on the bench, quality on the pitch. So if things aren't working, you can switch it around. But yeah, as I said, I'm happy for Iñaki Williams. Finally got his goal. Hopefully, it's like London buses. We get a few more coming from him.
He doesn't score low too.
To be honest, I mean that's fair. Iñaki Williams' numbers are not. They are not eye-popping numbers.
Yeah. He's only notched double figures in just once. I think.
But on the flip side, though, I think what we can
that was
say,
about 10 goals.
I think what we can say from today is that if you set it up well for him,
he would function.
You are sure that he can make something of it.
Yeah. So good of him. It's just that he needs the service. That was a wonderful cross from Gideon Mensah.
That was
Honestly, I wasn't impressed with him the whole game up until the last 15-20 minutes where he started pushing himself forward, making tackles at the back, good, well-timed tackles, and going forward with purpose. So, as Chris said, any other player would have been knackered by that point. So to put in that ball was very impressive from him, and a great header. We go into the Comoros game hoping for a win, and hopefully we get it.
Edwin, we'll win. Comoros. What are you saying? Brother,
we'll get it.
Let's be serious, though.
We are being serious. We'll get it.
Comoros, they are going to win where? Start Moroni. Our best is a draw, Mr. Kwao.
Okay. What should Chris Hughton do to get a good result?
The football he played in the first half. That's the kind of football he should go playing. Oh yeah. To be honest, the football he played today, first half against Madagascar, that's the football he should go play against Comoros. Like I'm saying, I didn't watch the entire match when Comoros was slaughtering Car. I caught glimpses of what they were doing, and it was effective. It was purposeful.
So you want the Black Stars to be defensively sound?
Exactly. And clearly you've not. I mean, Coach mentioned that you have Nicolas Opoku and Daniel Mate in the Black Star squad, not fully healed, and they are playing. You get it? This Comoros team, they've changed their coach. The coach who handled them for the AFCON is no longer there. They have a new coach who is an Italian. And when I watch them today, you can clearly see a direction in which we don't have. We don't have a direction. So we are going to face a team, and if you look at Comoros after the AFCON, they've actually progressed. Yeah. They were 132nd at the time we played them at the AFCON. They are now 128th or 6th or something. So you can see a steady rise what they are doing, whatever they are doing with their football. And the last time somebody mentioned that, look, if we don't put things together, it will get to a time when the likes of Comoros, Mozambique, Madagascar are progressing to the AFCON with ease, and we'll be playing playoffs. We'll be playing the likes of Eritrea and Eswatini and things. You get what I mean? So I really think, to be honest, I think that game will be difficult.
Tuesday's game.
Yes, it will be really difficult.
Okay.
And Comoros are highly motivated. Especially, they look at this Black Stars team, their last 7 games, and be licking their lips. They're like, is this the same Black Stars you've been playing? Is this the same so-called exactly? Is the same so-called four-time AFCON winners that we are going to play? We've lost charisma. So I think on paper, actually, I think Comoros are huge favorite. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think people will disagree, but I think Comoros are huge favorite going to that game. If we want to use the last AFCON as anything to go by, they're huge favorite, and we are playing on their grounds. So I think it's really a big game for them.
All right. Still listening to Sports Panorama. Let's open the phone lines. 0302230075. 0302230075. 0302224959. 0302224959. 0302973763. 0302973763. And 0302226171. 0302226171. Those are the numbers. You can call and let's hear from you. We haven't heard from our listeners in a while. But talking about other things that happened this week. So Hearts of Oak sacked Martin Koopman. I saw the statement. They've decided to part ways.
And you see, the statement is so funny. Like, who are they trying to deceive? Amicably. Say that a team is restructuring the technical team. You were not restructuring the technical team when you brought in Koopman. Koopman last coach in where? Maldives, 2001.
Yeah, no,
2021. Sorry,
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
He's been inactive for what? 2 years.
Yeah.
You bring in a coach to come take you to a new direction. You see, I've always said this: any coach who will come take up the Hearts of Oak job has to some way somehow do better than Samuel Boyd or match it.
Which is win
it's
the
simple
league,
that it's
win
so
the
simple.
league and win the
FA Cup and
win
go
the
to
double.
CAF, the CAF Champions League and go get whipped by with that 6. That's the level you have to match. Oh no, because that's what he said. That's what Boedu said. And I mean, it came from the Hearts of Oak board that Boedu was not what he wasn't the man to take them to Africa. And you bring who?
David Oklu.
No, they brought
They
in
had Matic. Slavko
Matic. And you see, what happened to Martin Koopman is a repetition of what happened to Slavko Matic.
Okay. Yeah.
They sacked him, gave the job to David Oklu as the assistant. He took charge of the team and finished very good. 12th place finish.
Okay.
Fantastic finish.
Okay, let's go to the line. Richard is joining us. Richard, hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Nathan.
Yes, sir. Where are you calling from?
So I'm calling from a shaman.
Okay.
The only Man United fan that has a Chelsea player as his name.
Interesting. Please go ahead, Richard.
All right. You see, there are some things it is glaring. It is clear. The first half, their play was symbolic. And some of the players have to be kicked out. I'm choosing my words carefully. Kicked out of the team. Jordan, are you number 1? You've been tagged the best defensive striker in England. But when it comes
but who actually gave him that title?
Oh, it is clear. It is clear. See, when this guy's playing Crystal Palace, he tackles more than everyone. But when it comes to Ghana, it's like we are begging him to play. Why? See, we have young players who are hungry, who are ready to prove their worth in this team. Jordan has to be kicked out. See, if I could make a move, this guy will be holding on to the ball, telling you then he will give a back pass. What is this? What is this? By now, he should be carrying the team upon his shoulders.
Who?
He should be carrying the team upon his shoulders.
Okay.
You see, he has to be kicked out.
Okay, all right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Richard, thank you so much. We have Inusa calling us from Nandom. Inusa, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Nathan.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Please go ahead.
I just wanted to say something small about the Black Stars match this evening.
Go ahead.
In fact, I actually watched the match with a lot of goosebumps. Seriously. My heart was dumping. In fact, when the goal came, in fact, I was so excited. But one issue with our players, our midfielders are not helping the forward line, seriously.
Okay, why do you say so?
A midfielder will have a ball. Somebody is making a run on the flank. The ball, so two balls on the dressing close. The people on the ball. So when you put the ball there, the forward liner who is going there will be offside. So we are not releasing the balls as and when we are supposed to do so. I think that is one problem that we are having, because if you look at how Kudus was always holding on to the ball, it wasn't helping the team. It wasn't helping the team. Because it looked as if he wanted to play one-man show, but the game is supposed to be a team play.
Okay, all right.
Because if we are to play like this, Mali will kill us. Frankly speaking, Mali will finish us.
Okay.
Because Mali will play with also seriousness. We are joking. We don't want to go to. I think we don't want to go to America.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Inusa from Nandom. Talking about Mali, the latest from that game with Chad after 59 minutes. Mali won, Chad won. That's the update.
We like it. We like it.
We like it.
Yeah.
Is there 30 more minutes left? You should be liking it. All right, let's get to the line. Nana Safo is calling us from Kaswa. Nana, good evening.
Good evening, Nathan.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, Ghana, our players individually, they are good. Yeah, we have very good players. But the fact, when did they even come to camp? It's about 3 days ago.
Yeah, they were in camp from Monday.
From Monday. Okay. And Nathan, we should also, consider the fact that, they did not play together for a while. They are now getting to know one another in the team. So let us.
Are you sure? Are you sure about the fact that they've not been playing together?
Yes, because a player like Samet and this guy, Baba, have not been paired before, or
Samet and Baba, they've played together before in the national team.
Oh, okay. Then thank you for your correction. And also, today second half the performance perfect, and we thank God that Inaki has finally broken the case, or maybe the bad luck. So let's pray for him to bank him more goals.
Okay, all right.
Comoros, Nathan, let me give you the scoreline. We are going to score them 1-0.
1-0 on Tuesday.
Mark it on the wall.
Okay.
All right.
No problem. Thank you so much. Nana Safo. I think we have more callers. Farouk Headliner is joining us from Lakeside. Farouk, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Nathan.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
I don't know if we have a problem with our striking department in the team. Since Asamajan left, we haven't had any prolific striker. And listening to Nike Williams start, one of your guests said the last time we had double digits was about 2 seasons or last.
Yeah.
And that's not good for me to be the main man in Ghana's Black Stars. So I think we should find a way to get someone who scores more to lead the team.
But who? Because Ghanaians, I don't know any Ghanaian striker anywhere who is scoring.
So the scouting team should be up and doing. We have a lot of talent scattered all around. So they shouldn't be a big name, but I think you should have the attribute.
Okay.
Nathan, please, I have one thing.
Yeah.
Regarding the point deductions, what happened to everything? I don't know why they're dragging Chelsea, because Chelsea has been sold. So when Chelsea was going through that process, didn't the FA do all that due diligence to check before selling the team to?
No, you see, okay, this is what I can tell you. That the reason why Chelsea's been mentioned is that this latest one where Chelsea's name has been mentioned as they breached financial fair play, it was the new owners who actually reported to the Premier League that when they came and they went through the books, this is what they met. So the Premier League should look into it. You understand?
Okay.
Yes. So the new owners, they came to see some funny accounting, and so they presented it to the Premier League that this is what we have seen. So please investigate to see if there's anything wrong here.
So if that is so, I think the punishment should be on the new owners.
No, but the punishment is not on. It's not on anybody. It's on the club. They can't punish the owner.
They are running the club now, so it's basically yes.
That is why, Farouk, that is why Chelsea as a club, relax. That is why Chelsea as a club will get punished. They cannot punish the owner for fictitious accounting. They can punish the club. Do you understand me?
I feel because they should have done their work.
Okay, no problem. I'm sure we'll see how it plays out, though. Anyway, let's move on. I think we have another caller on the line. Abdul from Spaintex. Abdul, many thanks for holding. Good evening.
All right, good evening.
Yes, please go ahead.
All right, let me take you for the good work you guys are doing. You know something? I normally ask myself a lot of questions. That is it the same Black Star we used it some years back? Because Madagascar should not be any country or should not be any team that Ghana we should struggle at the end of the game before somebody will help us with just one goal. So my research I made was, you see, everything now is into politics. So we take away with everything with politics. Ghana will never be free. This Black Star will not move forward because everything is now it's all about MPP and NDC. This is my player, insective. This is my player, put in there. This is my player. If we didn't part away with this kind of things, my friend, I'm afraid Ghana will diminish one day. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Let me take this call from Abi National in Wa. Chief, good evening.
Evening, boss. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yes,
just that my team is not doing well these days. Because
Hearts of Oak have sacked their coach. Yes, Hearts of Oak, they sacked their coach. Yeah.
It's long overdue. Hearts of Oak is like Chelsea. Chelsea was not supposed to sack Titi, and they did that. The same thing, Hearts of Oak also was not supposed to sack what's the coach name?
Samuel Boadu.
This guy, Samuel Boadu, and they did it. So it was those two coaches. Because Chelsea is supposed to ask for forgiveness from Titi, and House of Oak is also supposed to do the same. Well, those coaches did very, very well. I don't know why they sacked them, and that is what is hampering them. On the issue of the Blaster, let me say something small. You see, last week I was listening to Omar Sanda, and he interviewed one former player about the sacking of there was a rumor that they want to sack the coach.
Shooting, yes.
And Omar Sanda interviewed one former player, and the player was saying that the coach is not the problem, but the players. If you watch all these players on their clubs, the way they play, and when they come to Ghana, they do as if they force them to come and play. Once they take their clubs more serious than our Ghana. So we should talk of the players. They should, if they know they cannot play, we have a players in Ghana here who can play for us. You waste money to go and bring you, come and do as if you see a ball and then you just catch, they were dodging the ball as your other man said that when the ball is coming to you, they were running away. What kind of behavior is that? Thank you very much.
Okay, I'll be national. Thank you. Oh Lord. Look, let not anybody deceive you. If Ghana people say they don't care about the Blasters, they are lying.
They actually care.
Ghanaians say like the Blasters. If they didn't care, people
see. If the Black Stars they play Kotoko, they will watch. That's what the thing will say. Oh, we don't care.
But we care.
We don't care. When it's match day and it's 4 p.m. the referee say, you see people watching. So we care.
What we discuss?
What?
Oh, that's what others who say they don't care.
I mean, they're asking what the score is. Yeah. They're asking what the score is, and yet they say they don't care.
Then when you score, then and then you then try. Like, come on.
All right, we'll be wrapping it up in a bit. Is it 28? So the Black Stars have started the journey to the US, Canada, and Mexico. I don't even know. Should they make it? Okay, we don't have an idea where they will be based.
Yeah.
So for now, we can't tell if it's Mexico we are going to,
USA,
Canada
or
we
Mexico,
are going to, or US, we don't know.
Yeah, but they should put us at Mexico.
Yeah.
You like Mexico?
Yeah,
Mexico.
Let's go and experience the South American flavors more.
We want to experience Central American flavor.
Yeah.
Mexican food is spicy food though.
We go chop.
It's hot.
Don't worry,
we'll
chop and visit the room. That's
all right, guys. I mean, any shout outs before we?
Yeah, I mean, shout outs to everybody who listened. Yeah, I always listen to Sports Panorama, and shout outs to Dominic Gucci Mane, a very good friend of mine. He's customs. Yeah,
I see.
His name is actually Dominic Fein Anan. Gucci Mane is his
nickname.
Yeah, nickname. So he's tying the knot in the next few weeks. Yeah, boys back at Taichi. So shout out to you.
Talking about tying the knot.
Oh man, Danny Cake.
Oh, Mr. Cranton.
Yeah, do all sort of things on Twitter.
Daniel Cranton.
That might be clearance sale for Twitter. You just did.
Daniel Cranton, look, I don't know if you are listening, but I'm sure you hear this. Congrats to you. So he did the traditional part. Tomorrow, no. Yeah, something.
You make his the bride.
They said, here we go.
Officially.
Here we go.
It's yours.
Here we go. He's signing the paperwork, and then we'll be done. Danny, congrats to you. Wish you the very, 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 very best. And we'll support you. We'll support you. You've now joined the table. Edmond, do you have any shout outs to give?
The shout outs matter. You see, he chose the safe path. I'll follow suit. Big shout outs going out to everybody who does the listening Sports Panorama. Charlie, City loves you the way you love them back. And big shout outs to Kwame.
Okay.
It's okay, let me end it there.
Just before we leave, just a quick note now for those who missed out on the CAF Women's Champions League. Ampim Dakwa ladies, too bad. They missed out on a place in the final. They lost 3-2 on penalties. In a game where there was no VAR, so some of the decisions taken by the officials really off. But Ampim Dakwa, look, you are in Cote d'Ivoire, you fight for the 3rd and 4th place playoff. You have a huge thumbs up from everybody in Ghana. You've done yourselves really, really proud. And we hope that you can get back there and go one better at another time. But that's our show for this evening. Many, many thanks for listening. It's been Sports Panorama live on City 97.3 FM. Show brought to you by Bell Puka. Recharge the herbal way. And Game Park Games. More Mola, more power. My name is Nathan Kwara. I sat in for Benjamin Nketia, your regular host. Many, many thanks to everybody who called in. Many thanks to everybody who sent a message. We really appreciate that. We are back next Friday with another exciting time. It's International Weekend, so enjoy some international football. We'll catch you next Friday.
Take a sip.